Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에 전 겨울. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 기출들. 꿈에도 I wasn't.
It's been a hot minute since I've done this. I feel like driving by myself, doing errands by myself, and even shopping by myself, with the exception of like a few people who match my shopping personality very well. I usually like to do it alone. I don't have that anxiety of like, oh my god, am I taking too long? Like, is she done? Or like, should we meet somewhere else? Or like, does she hate the store? Like, I don't know, it just feels like a lot to go with someone, especially when you're not into the same types of stores. So I don't know, I just kind of enjoy it because I feel like I can take my time and it's just a peaceful experience for me. And I don't know, maybe that's like a super introvert thing to say. Speaking of, recently we took the Myers-Briggs personality test, actually last night, and I got some surprising results. So the one thing that hasn't changed for me over the years, I would say since I first took it in like maybe high school, is that I'm always in the diplomat category. So the first time I ever took it, I got the campaigner. I think that's ENFP. So in high school and a little bit in college, like that's what I was. And then like later toward college, and then like when I got my first job and like post-grad type of phase, I became an ENFJ. And that's, what is it? That's the protagonist. Daenerys, Mother of Dragons, is also protagonist, an ENFJ, so I was totally okay with that. I always joke around and say like the pandemic turned me into an introvert because I've always had introvert qualities, but I, for the most part, liked being out and about. I got energized by being like out in the social scene. To a certain extent, that's still true. It hasn't changed that much for me, but like, I don't know, maybe I just changed, or maybe this is like the process of growing up and this is like my actual personality now. But last night when I took it, I became an INFJ. It's not like the E and the I were super skewed. Like, I'm only slightly more introverted now than extroverted, so I guess I'm like somewhere between ENFJ and INFJ. I was just kind of shocked because apparently that's one of the rarer personality traits. And I'm like, if you're gonna divvy up all of humanity's personalities into 16 personalities, then even rarer personality doesn't mean it's actually that rare. But I don't know, like I thought that was really interesting. The fact that my personality changed like that, I think it is very significant that I've stayed diplomat the whole time. I do think that's important, and I do think that has something to do with like a core personality, like identity. The INFJ resonates with me, but so did the ENFJ when I used to get that. So I don't know, it's really weird. Like, if our personality changes, is that just like a normal little fluke? Like, does it go back and forth? Do we like have a few different personalities that we kind of shuffle back and forth between? Like, is that how it goes? Or, you know how they say like your frontal lobe of your brain isn't finished developing until you're like 26 or 27, and I'm currently, as a 27-year-old, hopefully my frontal lobe is finished. I do feel a little bit of a shift. Like, I definitely feel myself being a little more like longer thinking, planning, like longer term, I should say. And I feel myself being a little more like pragmatic and realistic in certain ways, and just like accepting, like more at peace with the things that I used to fight with that were out of my control, like back, you know, when I was younger. Like, they were always out of my control, but I found myself putting up more of a fight. And I don't know, like maybe this shift in my personality type has to do with that, because maybe now like my personality is done. I don't know. Anyway, all of that to lead me back to my nice little mall day by myself. Oh, it's really hot. I feel like I did everything in like under an hour, so I think that's pretty good. Maybe a little over an hour, but I'm like, it's really hot in there because yes, it's air conditioned, but there's a ton of people, and I feel like when there are more bodies in a room, it just like altogether elevates that temperature. So I was like, let me just get out of here. And it's also hot outside, so I want to head back, find a good parking space, and just wind down for the evening. I can't wait to take a shower and just relax. Tomorrow morning I have golf with my dad and my younger sister, and then in the afternoon I'm meeting up with some friends in Soho so that we can go to afternoon tea, and then there's a Missouri store like a 10-minute walk from there, so I'm gonna go and just look around. And after that we're gonna go see the Karl Lagerfeld exhibit at the Met. So my friend was saying it's gonna be like a really long queue, like it's gonna be over like an hour or 2 hour wait. So I hope that's not the case, but you know, I haven't seen these girlies in a long time, so it'll be good to catch up with them.
저렇게 또 쉴 때를 쉬고.
그렇지. 그거 다 걸어 다닐 수 있어. 사실 차가 필요하지 않아. 있으면 편리하지.
마지막 건 이게 먹어. 우리 막내 먹어.
Is anyone else so sweaty?
Yes. I made it, and I can't find parking, so Dan is coming down to help me. I'm still so congested, and the scariest thing is on the highway when you have to sneeze. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm here, ready to spend the day in Connecticut with my friends, walking around, just chilling. It's gonna be a good Saturday.
그러니까 너무 급하게 치지 말고. 팔을 뚝 늘어뜨리고 힘주지 말고. Good. Bonk. 급하다. 편하게. Good. Good. Good.
100점. 이번에 100점. 아빠 가르쳐 지금 하나, 둘, 셋, 끝까지 전부 다. 그렇지. 더 이상 어떻게 잡아? 그지? 굿. 굿. 스르륵 들어 올리다가 빵. 그렇지. 오케이? 요번에 리듬이 좋았어. 이 리듬으로 치는 거야. 그거는 여러 가지 쳐야 돼. 그러면 이게 원이 적을 수밖에.
오.
굿샷, 굿샷. 빵! The steak option, the premium set to go.
Oh my. Lots of traffic, and I was so drowsy on the I-95. I had to drive for what, like 80 miles or something, 60 miles straight, and I was like, oh my god. So midway through, I had to switch my music to like a podcast because I had lo-fi on. And then I was like, this is making me too drowsy. And then the podcast wasn't helping either, and I love that podcast. We Can Do Hard Things. But it was putting me to sleep. So I needed something pump up. Regular music wouldn't help. So I had to turn everything off and use my tried and true trick, which is talking to myself out loud. And I had to do this for like basically an hour. I have to say, Pennsylvania roads, you are confusing. You are something else. I mean, I missed a few exits because I took a route where it told me it would cut some time, and I was like, okay, fine, let me just take that route. I shouldn't have done that because it led me through like a weird, it led me through really weird roads, and I was close to Manhattan, but like I'd never seen this area before, and it was just so complicated, like the roads and like the forks, and like I just kept missing it. Not to mention the road quality was awful because there are tons of potholes, and that just complicated the whole thing. But it's okay because I am close. I am in the last 19 minutes of my drive, and basically it took like 2 hours 45 minutes. I'm so excited. I'm starving right now. Oh shit. Okay. I was in a right-only lane, so that's okay. We're just gonna. Okay. So now I'm in my At least we're local now. Local roads will keep me a little more awake. Cute area. I was looking at the air quality reports and it looks like the Philly area is actually worse than New York currently. So yeah, in New York this morning it was the air quality like score or whatever you call it was like 53, which is actually not bad. It was in the yellow, which is 100%, that's better than what it was before when it literally looked like the world had a sepia tone filter on. But right now in the Philly area, it's more like 113, I think it was. So definitely better than what it was, because even just 2 days ago, it was like 160s, 150s. I don't know how much of this weekend I will film. I'll probably grab like little snippets, but I don't really want to be preoccupied with like whipping out a camera and capturing everything. I kind of want to just savor the moment and be with my friends. Plus, I don't know how everyone will feel about me like bringing out a camera. So I don't want to be annoying about it, and that's always like a fear I have. So I'm gonna try to like sneak some footage here and there, probably like of the campus, because there have been some construction projects since I graduated and parts of it must look very different. I'm very excited. Like, what is that? We didn't have that. We did not have this. This used to be an empty, barren, shady lot.
It's called
Oh, that's right. Did you just think of it?
I just thought of it.
Good job.
I was like, I need to know this before we see it.
Oh my gosh. Fire pits. Wow. Oh my gosh. It's bringing me back. Hey, Brittany, what? Who is that woman? She's just crazy. I guess it's this one.
Yeah, mine got burned in the fire. So. Yeah, they got a lot of.
I'm glad you like bourbon. Because we were out last night and Agnes was like, I wish I could like, what did you say?
I wish I were sophisticated enough to like bourbon.
Yeah, and I was getting a bourbon drink and I was like, you don't like bourbon? And she was like, no. So I'm glad up top.
Yeah.
Alright, can we do a nice one? Yep.
This isn't nice.
No, get up. Very nice. I got plenty. This is the lavender latte.